So I've been watching this series on Netflix, the Jeffrey Dahmer biopic, Monster. I'm up to episode 4, and yeah, I had to take a break. Usually I binge watch stuff on Netflix, but this is the first show that I've actually started watching on Netflix that I can't binge watch. And for those of y'all who have seen it, y'all know why. That shit is crazy. The fact that this is a true story makes it even crazier. Like, for me, when I watch horror movies, right? For example, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. When it's based on a true story, it hit a little different. I'm not gonna lie, it hit a little different. Like, the scare factor is a little more intense. The first thing that I do want to say, man, we need to give a round of applause to the actors, the writers, the producers, everybody that took part in creating that show, because it did what it's supposed to do. It triggered a lot of emotions. I can say that this is one of the first shows in a long time that have actually gotten under my skin and made me think. It made me think. I'm going to say certain things in this video. First off, it's going to be some spoilers in here, okay? But I'm going to say certain things in this video that I think a lot of people are not going to agree with. And it's understandable. It's my opinion. It's not facts. All right. So, first thing I'm going to say is I think that the show is going to hit differently for black folks. Like, for me as a black person watching that show, especially the first episode, it hit very differently to see a black man being held against his will by a white man. That hit differently. Now, of course, we all, white, black, Asian, it don't matter what race you are, we all gonna look at that and be like, yo, this man, his crimes are fucking heinous. He's sick. He's a sicko. We're all gonna feel like that. But for black folks, seeing that this white man was targeting black people, predominantly black males, black gay men, it's gonna hit differently. It definitely, I know for me that the first episode hit very differently. You know what I'm saying? The tension, the fear, like the fear in this man's eyes, bro. Shout out to that actor, man. I don't know who he is, man. Shout out to him, bro. Like, I watched this man sexy dance his way out of getting stabbed. He hit Dahmer with a whole strip show. Shout out to you, my brother. A whole strip tease show, so he didn't get sliced up with that knife, man. But I think, like, this is where people not going to agree with me, and it's okay. It's alright if you're not going to agree with me by me saying this, right? I kind of feel sorry for Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, there's a video on the internet where this girl says she sympathized with him. I'm not going to say I sympathize with him because he has done too much. So the way I would say it is, like, people who are or who were in the same type of predicament as he was growing up, who haven't killed a whole bunch of people, who haven't killed anybody, period, I sympathize with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm up to episode 4. I'm looking at everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was alone. He couldn't talk to his parents about him being gay. His mother was a drug addict. His father was always working. And even when he mustered up the courage to try to tell his father or talk to his father about him being gay, his father changed the subject. You're going to Ohio State. Yeah. How you feel about that? You're going to Ohio State because he didn't want to hear about that gay shit. Couldn't find a way to really connect with his son until they started dissecting roadkills. Dissecting roadkills. I don't know if that's how true that is as far as the father getting him into that, but it is true because I did my research and it said that he was into cutting dead animals open. He was into that. And for a young boy, that's troubling. So I'm pretty sure his parents had to have known about this. That's troubling. That's where you gotta kind of intervene. So that's one. Then, of course, he didn't fit in. Like I said, he didn't fit in. 2 or 3 or whatever number I'm on. Okay. His mother left him when he was 16 or 17. The parents got divorced. She got the house. She took his brother and left. Left him in the house by himself for months. What probably would have been years if his father didn't decide to go over there. So he had a horrible upbringing. Then he was gay. He felt alone. Didn't feel normal because he was gay. And in the 80s, and not even in the 80s, the 70s and all these type of times, being gay was shunned upon. So you already a weirdo. You already feel alone because your parents don't fuck with you. You're very not antisocial, but you're not accepted in social circles because of who you are and your personality. Now on top of that, your sexual preference is definitely not accepted by the majority of the people in the world. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying he's right. Like, sympathizing with him might be a little too much because he has done too much. He has done too much. You feel what I'm saying? He has done too much. Like, I was gonna make a joke about it. Like, this is what I'm saying. Once you go black, you don't go back. He had a sample of that black meat, and you know he got addicted. It's usually what happens to white folks. White women in particular, they get a sample of that black ding-a-ling and it's over with. I'm not gonna say I sympathize with him, man. I sympathize with people who have upbringings like that, though. It's a lot of people out here that have upbringings like that. And if somebody is being brought up like that, they literally have no options. Like, if you feel as though you have no outlet, nobody to listen to you, nobody that can really vibes with you, you headed for, like, destruction. You know what I'm saying? In his case, it was extreme destruction. It was unforgivable destruction. Let's be honest, we can't really forgive Jeffrey Dahmer. We can't forgive him. But a lot of y'all who like upset about Jeffrey Dahmer, man, and y'all want Netflix to ban to get rid of the series, and we need to boycott Netflix and do all that. Y'all not ready for the Casey motherfucker. Or I think his name is Gacy. The killer clown. Yeah, y'all not ready for him. Excuse me. Y'all not ready for him. Because he was 10 times worse than Jeffrey Dahmer. He was 10 times worse than Jeffrey Dahmer. Y'all not ready for him. I want y'all to really think about that. He was worse. I'm gonna resume watching this series tomorrow. So I'm on episode 4. I think the last thing I've seen that got me like, I'm like, I can't watch this right now. I'm not gonna watch another one for a while. Is the ending of episode 4 where he had the dude's head. It was just the head. And he kissed it. Like he was making out with a head. He was making out with a head. And I remember turning the lights off. And you know, like, when you was a kid and you turn the lights off in your house and you like was going to bed and stuff, and you walk a little bit faster because you felt as though the boogeyman was gonna get you. A part of me felt like Dahmer was in that room and he was finna get my ass. Boy, that shit, I ain't gonna lie, that shit fucked me up, son. When he was kissing that man's head, it messed me up. It messed me up. That was a crazy way to end that episode. Now, If it get any crazier than that, which I definitely know it will, I'm gonna need to talk to somebody. That's really why I'm talking to y'all, cause I'm gonna need to talk to somebody. And I hope the actor who played Jeffrey Dahmer is talking to somebody, or he spoke to somebody, because to play a character like that, he had to go in a very, very deep place, very dark place. I remember what happened to Heath Ledger when he played the Joker. Yeah, gonna have to go in a very, very dark place, man. So I hope he's spoken to. I hope he spoke to somebody about that. But thank y'all for listening.